when I turn up the bass.
I've muted it. Shut the fuck up. Give me fucking chance, man.
It's not come up on mine. Yes.
Buongiorno.
Oh,
I didn't know we were live. Never
well,
mind.
this is going well already.
We only had 17 fucking cues.
Yeah, we'd be all right.
Right. Cheers. Good health.
Well,
And how is everybody?
well, better than Free State sounds, to be fair.
Yeah.
Proper dose of man flu. It's a good job he's jabbed up, isn't it, eh?
Oh,
Isn't it? Mind you, it is in seconds within months.
oh, so, well, can't buy one of those certificates then.
Oh, pure blood, man.
Hey, I've got certificate to prove it, so fuck the lot of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Deadly, how are you?
Evening, Deaders.
Hello, 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 hello. So,
No.
what have we got to, aside from Free State having man flu, what have we got to kickstart the night off with then, lads?
No, come on. Let's be serious. I tell you what, we'll kick off with MPs charge electric cars for free.
Oh, electric cars, fancy that.
Good. Fucking knew it.
Well, you would be retarded if you didn't see that coming.
I knew it, but there was a build up to all of that, and he's gone right in at the last post of the news.
Right.
Bill.
Oh, don't give him a chance. Get in there.
Look, if they're charging the cars up for free, it's now impossible because somebody's got to pay for it, which means we're paying for these prats to charge the so-called green cars, which they're not. We all know they're not. On our backs again. So no, stop it. If you want your car charged, you don't pay for it like rest on us. End of.
But this way, if the grid goes down with electric cuts, we know who to blame, don't we?
Well,
But also, it's a bit further, isn't it? The MPs, insofar as I read today, the MPs, it's been said that MPs are now arguing to have their home electricity because they're working from home because of the cost of living rise, energy bills. They want their energy paid for at home. That was in the Daily Mail as well.
I want mine paid, do you?
Yeah.
You know, why not? Look,
The MPs are on the biggest benefit of them all.
yeah, ripping us off.
And yet I wonder if they have to have a change in their council taxes. I remember this is going way back 80s, 90s. If you had an office set up in the back of your front room, then that would change the council tax on your
Yes.
property.
Yes.
Yeah.
And places of worship. Maybe a lot of them think they're fucking God, don't they? Maybe they have, we have religious, because they have council tax benefits. Yeah.
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 Oh, thanks for that.
Well, I had a look up at 2 or 3 Labour superstars, shall we call them? Lisa Nandy, Jonathan Reynolds, Angela Rayner,
Mm.
and they have all claimed over £1 million in expenses whilst they've been an MP. How the fuck? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had expenses in the past, but
They
not
must
£1
be
million.
living must be living like Henry the fucking VIII.
Must have knocked over a lot of vases.
Oh yeah, I mean, you think about it. I mean, one of these Scottish MPs. He goes on and on about he wants to be free of the United Kingdom, but yet I think what were it is £258,000 was his.
Was that Big Belly Blackford?
Oh yes, it was. Yes.
Oh,
I probably ate it. 258,000's worth of snap and all the fat fuck.
oh.
Huh?
Imagine
And
being trapped
talking of
underground
Scotland,
in a
and talking of
cave.
Scotland, they want to introduce, or again, Daily Mail, it was reported that they want to introduce, they're piloting digital IDs in 2023.
Go fuck yourselves.
She's a fucking beauty, isn't she, that little Scottish tosser?
Well, get a load of that if we're talking about shit. In Scotland, they want to charge people that have money to use the NHS.
I heard.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. The NHS is fucking paid for out of your taxes.
Yeah. National insurance. National insurance.
Yeah.
No, not a dime. Not a dime.
Yeah, it's Scotland's really going for it. Don't forget, though, in Scotland, when supposedly this government lifted mandates on the corona, Scotland didn't. It took a thing, didn't it, to keep them. So be very careful if you want to travel to Scotland.
I think she wants to become the Fiora, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Queen of
Fiora
Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moustache would suit
And
you.
Abby Dozy.
I think she's being told what to do.
Well, thing is, she's just been slapped silly with High Court, hasn't she? Well, the so-called highest court of this country.
Yeah.
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 No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, what Brexit? We haven't had one, but we're jumping from one thing to another. Let's finish. Right, that even members of her own party now wanted to leave because she's just that much bad luck. But she is, yeah. Well, I'm still waiting to find out what
she's got small man syndrome and she wants to be the Fiora. All wrapped in an antagonising, poisonous little bint.
And her
She
nickname
English.
at school was
Seaweed.
because
And why was that, Flux?
even the ocean wouldn't take her out.
Yeah, she's in that. Oh, can I just get it in before anybody says it? But it is all Putin's fault.
Oh well,
Yeah.
of course. In his
'Cause, yeah.
illegal. So yeah, that's going to make me change tax. Carry on, Cal.
It's Russia's fault that we joined in.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
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 Why the fuck did we join in? Why the fuck did we join in?
Attention-seeking government.
With all the
Picking
spare money lying around.
No, it's got
Picking
nothing to do with
sides with no
it's got
information.
nothing to do with attention seeking. It's
All
them
right,
being
virtue
told.
signaling.
No, I don't think. No, it's that they couldn't give a fuck. Why would they be virtue signaling about Ukraine when they're not? When there's plenty of other real atrocities in the world that they really could virtue signal over, and they're not. Got nothing to do with.
I always thought that the government wanted to be the protectorate of Europe.
Seriously.
Right, if I can finish, right? They're not virtue signaling, and this is because there is so much fucking money and corruption involved in Ukraine.
All of it. Money, corruption.
Got fuck all to do. The virtue signaling is the, forgive me, the ignorance cunts that are on the street.
Yeah. You look
Putting
how much
Ukraine
fucking
flags
money
up.
Yeah, well,
is
they
going into Ukraine, and from families and people associated with the West have all got dealings in Ukraine. It's a cesspit. Corruption.
Well, if you look about, there ain't that many flags now. They've disappeared. I mean,
Yep.
Imagine that. Fucking backing Nazis. Industrial scale. Fucking yeah.
Now, the fear of getting the channel nuked. Right?
What, there's only two sexes?
Well, no, just exactly on the point that we're talking about, just here with
The
Ukraine,
Jews!
with Ukraine and Nazis. And we were only having a conversation the other day about the film, the documentary, and we all know what the word Nazi is short for, isn't it? It's National Socialism.
Mm.
But the negative connotations placed upon that word are quite right because of the Holocaust. But in its pure essence, National Socialism in and of itself, what? Being patriotic about your country, wanting to look after your fellow man. It doesn't matter who they are, but your fellow man, your next door neighbour. That doesn't seem like too much of a bad idea.
you bigot. What the hell are you thinking? Get your head out, gutter. It's all about, self now,
Yeah.
It would be nice for someone to actually look after Britain, though, wouldn't it? As a government. It would be nice to see them look after the British people that live in their land and have done for centuries.
It's like we want. I don't know what the politicians are thinking on. Do they think that they've actually drained us enough to say, right, now we can push it so we can all go back into Europe without a vote now? They'll all just, shut up, you moron.
I think you've got a very valid point there. Grinding people down sufficiently till they roll over and go, all right, do you know what? Fuck it, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, grand plan.
Yeah. I personally think... What?
Well, again, yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, we haven't...
Yeah.
No.
That would be treachery. Treason, that would be.
Well,
yeah.
We didn't have a vote anyway. Because let's face it, every time we voted against something, they just overruled it anyway.
Or ignored it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
How far down the line are we?
Yeah, but that's the... But that seat at... No. Well, that's one of the arguments that was used by Remainers. Well, now you're just paying. No, that's not the evil part. The evil part is that we haven't left. You're just being a cunt, not you. The remaining argument on that, but even the seat at the table, mate, it didn't make any difference because we only voted for the people of like the Farages of this world to sit there, and their vote didn't make a fucking ounce of difference because they're the parliament. It's the commission, is it, that makes all the decisions? Yeah. So, well, you know what I mean. Fuck me.
Of course.
That's the thing. I mean, they're talking about dragging us back in because, it ain't working. Well, give us fucking Brexit. We were promised all this shit that what it meant. One of them was meant out of the single market, and it wasn't. What?
WTO. It should have been WTO all the fucking way.
Yeah. And they keep talking, we've got to have a deal, because at Northern Ireland. No, you fucking fuckwit. WTO, fuck. There's no line then. Well, this invisible line between fucking the sea. You know what I mean? It's
Can we nuke?
Which one will you bomb? The north or the south?
Can we bomb Britain into submission?
Well, do you remember when Biden was? It was around about Brexit, 2018, the presidential election, and
2016. Okay.
sorry,
Yeah, sorry, Karen.
no, the lot, the. Well, anyway, BBC were there, and Biden's walked over, and they've tried to ask him a question. He's going, "Where are you from?" BBC England. He goes, "Ah, no, I'm Irish. No, I think I'll pass." You know,
He's racist.
you're Irish.
Yeah, he's never been fucking Irish, and this is what gets me with fucking Americans. Their fucking family line hasn't seen Ireland for fucking, 50, 60, 70 years? Maybe longer? But yet, they're Irish. No, you were born in America, you Clint. You're fucking American.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if, I don't know, say you emigrated, to, I don't know, say you've come from Africa to America, you've emigrated there, and you can say, yeah, I'm African American because
Hang on. I've got an English mate. Grew up with him. Oh, yeah. I know somebody vaguely that has a friend, right? Because I don't have those. Yes. who was very successful over here and moved over to America. But he took Sissy's. I've got nothing, right? Fuck off! I was mid-story. But he took American citizenship. Now he does not walk around calling himself English American. He's American now. I mean, I disagree with him wholeheartedly. But why is he saying, "Oh no, I'm just American," as opposed to "I'm English American"? It seems to be there might be a certain common denominator going on here.
Yeah.
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 That's the one.
Yeah.
Racism.
The pale-faced cheek of it all.
Well, you mentioned that, but there's a diversity hire running the country, in case you hadn't noticed. And he was born in Southampton, but calls himself British Asian. What the fuck's all that about?
Uh-huh.
You know, he's
But we're
born
all
in
the same
Southampton,
under
you're
the
fucking English.
Sorry, I do apologise. My bad.
That's right. I'd finish my rant.
But we're all the same underneath, aren't we? We're all the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
Geordie. I don't know about you.
Oh.
But if we're
Nah.
if we're all the same underneath, right? If that is the case, that we all bleed blood and we're all the same, then how can diversity be our strength if we're not diverse and we're all the same underneath? Because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about skin colour, cunt.
Well, according to some of these biologists, when it comes to when they said, different colours or whatever. Yeah, I can understand. But we're all part of one thing. We're part of the human race.
Quite right. Human race, indeed.
So how can we'd be running around being very careful, not calling somebody this or saying that or saying this when we're all part of the human race? At the end of the day, I think we're being played by the rich elites that seem to think it's a great idea.
Do we know the origins of the word racist? Can anybody look that up?
No, it's like fossil. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I think it was the 15th century.
right.
Like, a bit like fossil fuel, isn't it? You know, fossil fuel, really. Fossils are at this level and the oil's at that level. Okay. Definitely ain't, is it?
Well, that maybe nicely segue us on to. Did you know that there are natural oil reserves in Dorset, Bournemouth, all of
No,
these places?
no.
Yes, actually, I did. Because I think is it Bournemouth? They've actually, I think it's in the middle of a frigging field. They've got like one of them Texas sort of like
Nodding donkeys.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, now then, it was Mr. Cush, if you're watching this, thank you for putting, because Cush watched the live stream a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the energy shortage, and we were talking about the gas storage stuff in the area that we all used to see, you know, the ones that went up and down. And he said, you know, but we actually do still. I was like, okay, what, North Sea? He's like, no, onshore. So he sent me this article, and it's quite incredible. Peak production of south of Bournemouth in '97 was 110,000 barrels of oil per day. Now the current, and this is 2016, this article, the current level from there is only. So it's gone from 110,000. How many do you think it's gone down to?
about 20,000 barrels.
Very close, 18,000.
Wow.
And so the story goes on. I'm reading through the article now. It goes on from site after site that they've just been turned down and down and down. You just got to ask yourself, why?
Yeah, we've got a shortage, but yet they're turning them down. And the thing that gets me, I think, is it East Coast or something like that? They just fun a new gas well, or they were gonna. There's a huge pocket of gas or oil on the east coast of the country, and they've just pulled the mining thing for it. I'm sure they have.
Oh, you're talking about the steelworks that was demolished today? Smelting steel, the blast furnace.
No.
Oh, right.
They found a big pocket of gas
Oh, I beg your pardon.
or oil. I can't remember which one. It's on East Coast, I think it is. I could be wrong. You know what I'm like. I read shit and forget half on it. Getting old. But they're not tapping it. I wonder why. You know, if it's there, why aren't we tapping into his own resources?
Well, look at America. Biden's just stopped all the production. Doesn't want it. And yet he wants to fucking pray that the Saudis and the Venezuelans give him fucking oil. The dickhead.
But at the same time, we're circumnavigating the restrictions that our own government, the sanctions that our own government have placed upon the importation of gas or whatever it may be from Russia. And at the same time, they're still importing from Russia using technical loopholes. And at the same time, those restrictions, whilst our energy prices are going through the roof, do you know how much they're paying for electricity per month in the most expensive city in Russia, in Moscow? £12 a
Good
month.
Lord.
Good lord.
Good Lord.
12 quid a
I'd say
month.
fags are more expensive.
12
Fuck you wanna
in
be?
the most expensive city in Russia, Moscow. It goes down elsewhere.
I've just spent, just for 1 month, just on electricity, 92 quid.
Good.
90.
I knew what was coming.
Oh, go.
He's feeling better, obviously, you know.
Yeah. Twat.
Yeah.
Back to being a twat. Eh?
Eh? Especially that dwarf. Especially that
Right,
dwarf.
blocks
Son.
off camera. Right.
I haven't got no notice of these.
Go on, what's this? Does anybody know what this guy's on about?
I haven't got an electric car. Just take the notice on it. It's a diesel.
Yeah. The Hugh. Sorry, Free. No, forgive me. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Couldn't agree more. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Is that another gender?
So
Oh,
are we
dear,
saying
not another one.
men are from Venus and females are from Mars or whatever, however it goes?
And snugs and snails and puppy dogs' tails.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Right, but no. So yeah.
But that's them making it binary, isn't it? As opposed to non-binary.
Who's a 0 and who is a 1?
Well, binary choice is either 1 or 0, or left or right, up or down, in or out.
Well, that's yeah.
Alive or dead?
Because in January, that's it. We stopped getting diesel from Russia, don't we? You're not allowed. That's the end of January. So that'll be fun. I wonder if the company that has been producing red diesel now is producing white diesel. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So why are we still importing diesel from Russia? That'd be a good one. Because we can produce it ourselves. It's no good saying we can't. We've got enough oil to be self-sufficient and enough gas to be self-sufficient, but we're still importing it.
Somebody's getting a backhander, aren't they?
Yeah, they
Oh.
can't make money if we produce it ourselves. They have to get it from somewhere else.
Well, yeah, it's a bit like
But like
weed,
charity.
innit? You know, you grow weed here, send it to America to have it processed to send it back.
Because of medical licenses and well, I say because of. No, that's not true. It's under the guise of medical licenses. It's so people's palms can get greased.
Well, yeah, and that's what's wrong. That's why we need it legalising. You know, cannabis needs to be legalised. Whether these Yeah. Well, that's it. You'll think about it with a lot of these properties that have been bought in London. Yeah, they've been bought by a lot of supposedly Russian money, and we all know allegedly where some of this Russian money comes from, don't we? But yeah, let's ignore that fact.
Well, hang on. Didn't the government say something about the oligarchs had to sell their property and get out?
They did say that 6 months ago.
Yeah, well, on that note, you know how China's buying up a lot of land? All that needs to happen is a little bit of a tension between two countries for a country that's sold the land to the foreign country just to turn around and say, all right, this land defaults back to its owner.
Well, the problem is that not only is the world turning shit, so is China. Big time. It's heading well over the edge. It's got water shortages, it's got food shortages, it's locking people down.
Air pollution at the wazoo.
Yeah.
Mass concentration camps. And they are concentration.
Because they're trying to get zero COVID. It'll never happen. It's now released, so you will. The only way China's going to get zero COVID is kill themselves and everybody that lives in China, and then they'll have zero COVID because there'll be nobody there to spread the COVID around. But it just seems that they've gone nuts on it, absolutely nuts on it.
Well, it was my first reason for COVID, wasn't it? The way I thought it is the fact that great chance of getting all the dissidents out of the way.
Right.
All the fucking stupid country, mate. Deadly, is that working now, mate? Can you hear me? Apparently, my mic ain't been working. Usually I can hear me in Discord, but they can't hear me on the stream.
Fine, mate.
It's rubbish. It's Western propaganda. I don't listen to that kind of shit, mate. What I do is there's a guy that actually lived and worked and is married to a Chinese woman, and he still has friends in China, and he does the things on, and he shows you what's going off and out, and tells you what to watch for to see what is going off. I don't listen to the news and shit like that.
You know when you say he's married to a bird from China?
Yes.
Sure, it's a bird.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
Not Thailand. He's not married to a bird in Thailand. He's married to a Chinese bird.
Well, they're known for having it on the side, you know.
They've got crooked vaginas, haven't they?
God, don't.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get a fucking strike on the channel for slating fucking Chinky Minge.
Number 34.
Fuck.
Oh dear.
Well, I don't know people in China. I just know this one bloke that I watch on YouTube. Sorry, mate. I'm just telling you what this guy says. I think he's Swedish originally. He's now living in Canada because he can't go back to Sweden.
Oh, Peter Sweden.
He's Swedish. The guy.
Yeah, is his name Peter Sweden?
No, it's not.
Oh, right, okay. Because he can't go back to Sweden either. He had terrorist threats against him. Yeah.
Oh.
Can Tolbarong go there?
Huh?
Can Tolbarong go there? No? Fuck off, man. Tolbarong, the chocolate, made in Sweden. No, is it Sweden or Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Oh, it was close. It started with this flip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
It was shit anyway, and it just got worse. Fair play.
Well-
Gammon wrote you that one, didn't he?
I'm fucking poorly, man. Fuck off. I've got fucking excuses.
Never heard
He's
of.
ill. He's on a lot of medication.
But like I said, China is struggling, mate, with water. Because
Oh, they're struggling with their own people who are fighting back by the looks of it.
They'll
Yeah.
just have to cull a few people. I think that's what the concentration camps are for, culling people.
well,
We all know what they're like for human rights.
I know in
their agenda.
China-
I wouldn't mind, but they don't even hide it.
Well, put it this way: if their production goes down, the demand for product in their country and their GDP goes down, I'm willing to bet that China would actually start executing its citizens to cull the population to become more of a civilization is more standing, more, enough to support itself. When there's too many people, there's too many unemployed.
but here's the thing. There's plenty of jobs because I watched a thing other day. Their leader is actually asking the young uns to go back to work
Mr. Z.
because these young uns have said no, we don't want to be slaves. We've earned some money. We want to enjoy time and spend it. Unfortunately, the young uns have said no, and they're rebelling, which you can't blame them. Really, who wants to keep fucking going to work 7 days a week for what?
Yeah.
Well, look how they've been treated as a population from, for how long now? Since the COVID-19, 2019, late on, September. Because we had a
Sorry.
specialist amongst us who used to keep us fucking daily aware of China.
Sorry.
So
Oh,
we saw
China.
this way before anything happened.
Yeah. But
We saw COVID before COVID got out. Even while COVID was happening in China, we were looking at the shit that was going on, and none of it made fucking sense.
Yeah. And still our government invited it here by not closing the fucking flights.
Well, it's a good
That went on for
idea, wasn't it?
months.
As I said, you can get rid of distance. You can screw the USA and cheat the election across there, and you can also vaccinate people. And look at the birth
Allegedly.
rates, by the way, everybody. Have a look at your birth rates and see how the jabs affected your birth rate. Because I'm sure with the lockdown, everyone was shagging like fucking rabbits. But you look at the birth rate.
Well, it's now
Look at
been
Australia's birth rate.
it's now been well fucking said and advertised now that we're gonna get a fucking strike for this, but fucking it has to be said. The propaganda that the mainstream media and the pharmaceutical companies coerced the world to have the fucking jabs for was under the pretext that this jab will stop it from being transmitted to your loved ones. And if you don't have this fucking jab, you don't love your loved ones enough to save their fucking life.
You're a granny killer.
Yeah, basically. And now, as we found out by the fucking Pfizer coming out and blatantly telling us, they never even tested it to see if it would stop transmission. They have no fucking idea at all whether it would have stopped transmission.
Look at Matt Hancock. He's now lording it up in the fucking jungle. That bloke sent thousands of old people into care homes,
And then wouldn't let them
and
leave.
he should be he shouldn't be on trial for the fucking jungle. He should be on trial for fucking
The
all
amount,
sorts of matters.
the Nuremberg Code didn't disappear, and coercion to take experimental fucking injections was one of the things that's in the Nuremberg trials to stop
Yep.
fucking this type of shit from fucking being the case.
Mm.
So as far as I'm
Well,
concerned,
Wasn't full consent.
this is an open and shut case.
It wasn't mandatory, though, was it?
Well, it was if you wanted to keep your fucking job.
Yeah.
And
Everyone had it because
Which-
they wanted to go on holiday.
Which
They
is the-
threatened they wouldn't be able to move.
The thing
in
is that, though,
Australia,
hang on, the thing is there, Caldera, right? You say it wasn't made, you know what I mean? You wasn't forced to have it. Well, it covers
Coerced.
coercion. The Nuremberg covers coercion. It is the word that it uses. You cannot be forced or coerced into having a fucking experimental fucking jab.
Yeah,
Take
you know,
note, Midazolam and Matt.
but you still can't take them to court against it for the breach of your human rights. Not even the European Court of Justice will see that in court for the reason that, well, it's their agenda.
Yeah, Big Pharma pays the fucking bills.
Don't you think it gets back to Vanguard and the other two? BlackRock and the third one who I can't
BlackRock.
remember.
Yeah.
Vanguard, BlackRock, and a third one.
I mean, have you looked into how many fucking TV broadcasters Pfizer fucking prop up financially?
I haven't looked it up, but I've seen the YouTube clips. You know what I mean?
There's fucking lots.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if they want to push something, it's a piece of piece.
Well, they've started, haven't they? They've already got one country, which is Australia, that have said no jab, no job. The vaccine passport.
Well, look at New Zealand. That woman literally said, yes, there will be two classes of citizens. There'll be the vaccinated that get everything, and the unvaccinated, well, you know, they're unvaccinated. They're going against the rules. They'll be second-class citizens.
And it's
and
Canada.
She literally smiled and laughed at the camera saying that.
I believe it's Canada. It could be Australia or New Zealand. I can't remember. But I think it's Canada that is saying if you don't have the jab, then you, at the moment, won't be mandated to have psychiatric drugs. But you clearly have a mental illness, and so you will ultimately be prescribed psychiatric drugs to correct your thinking.
Thomas Binder, right, is a he's a prominent doctor in Switzerland. He was arguing against this COVID. They literally tried to put him in a nutty asylum and give him medication, saying he was mentally ill. And this is a prominent doctor.
Yeah, but he wasn't fucking singing from the fucking pharmaceutical big bucks fucking hymn sheet, which is the problem.
If you don't see this has all been an agenda, everybody, then there's something fucking wrong with you.
Oh, aye. I mean, like I said, Australia are already there. They've got the fucking mandate now, but I can't. It's the fact of the matter. I mean, I always thought Australians were a bit fucking tougher because you hear them the way.
Well, the thing is they've just had a vote where Dan Andrews, the Führer, Dan Andrews, has just got back in, and they reckon we're a majority. Well,
I know. I saw the same one.
Look what happened in the US. Look what happened in all these countries where voting is getting fucked.
Democracy is a fake lie.
Democracy has always been a lie. It's been there to make you believe that you've actually got a fucking choice and you've got a will and you've got a say in things.
Well, this is why I say America. With the COVID, they brought in this mail-in voting. And I remember Jamie Lee Curtis at the time moaning about post boxes going missing. So there was a big push for this mail-in voting. And then we got these machines that they all use that can even be handicapped, and mine are. And these people are using these as voting systems. Look at the state of Lula and Bolsonaro. You look at fucking Biden and Trump. You look at Le Pen and Macron. You look at this Dan Andrews against all his people. You look at Trudeau and his voting. And you think they're not cheating? Fuck off.
We know democracy is dead.
But it's worse than that. It's not just that they're cheating, it's that there is no choice. There is no choice.
There is no recourse.
I'm actively working against it now.
Even if there was the cheating, it doesn't matter. It's a nightmare. So, where do we go?
Well, one, if you could get a different fucking party, someone that is trustworthy and honest. All you do is to show the world that there is cheating going on. Is you give out these fucking signs and you say stick that in your garden. You voted for me, or you're voting for me, and you leave them in your garden. And then if for all of a sudden that these fuckers said they've won, and there's all these signs that prove that they didn't, then you can say,
like Brazil right now, it's not being publicised, obviously, because we know where the mainstream medias in every country that we've mentioned are all under the thumb of these governments. In Brazil right now, it is mayhem in Brazil right now with political protests. They're talking about the military getting involved. There's all sorts going on in Brazil because they know that a criminal for a start, which the Lula apparently was, allegedly, he shouldn't even be allowed to run for the presidency because he 3 times, I think, he was convicted. So and all of a sudden he's won. And he didn't win anything apart from one region. And yet he's the president. Fuck off.
But no, I mean, in that case, as I believe, it's the cartels that are running the show.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Communism, Marxism, anarchy, madness.
When you say the cartels, you mean the FBI, the CIA, the KGB, MI5, MI6? Which one of the cartels are we referring to?
The global hegemon.
Yeah, very true.
Because the biggest fucking drug dealer I know is the CIA.
Or the UN, or NATO.
Allegedly.
I don't know, allegedly. The biggest drug dealer I fucking know has imported fucking tons, not a few fucking grams, but fucking tons of cocaine into America and around the world, while simultaneously fucking importing guns into fucking places where they didn't want guns.
I mean, the GTA thing where they release guns with trackers on them. The trackers were found on the black market.
The biggest cartels are the fucking, the political fucking powers.
Well, you think about it, MI6 in this country, it's a cartel.
They're all the WEF cartels at the moment, though, aren't they? It's all linked to WEF, this NWO, money, and have taken over countries. Leaderships of countries these bastards are taken over. Unelected, just got money.
Yep,
money, influence, and the TV.
Yeah, foreign influence.
It's a foreign invasion, which kind of links us to when are we going to stop these fucking criminal invaders on our borders?
Well, we could stop them if we left the ECHR. However, it was released today that the changes to it's called the sunsetting of. Let me just put it back up again. It's called the sun. Rishi Sunak has received requests from from senior civil servants to delay a planned bonfire of legislation dating from the UK's membership to the European Union until 2026.
Yeah, I saw that.
And if that's the case, then that means that this includes, 500 bills under the bill. There's, there are 517 laws relating to the environment alone, of which 437 are yet to be reviewed. Does anybody get any of this? How many laws relating to the environment?
Yeah, well, don't forget, when we were voting, that they said, there's no laws that were attached to, there's no rules that they've been making. A bit like there's no European army, no, they're not going to be built. And, apparently, people have shifted that much that they're thinking that maybe we should have another vote. Really? Get stuffed. We had a vote. Give us the full Brexit that we were asked. Well, we were told we were getting. and then let's have a couple of years at it, and then let's see how many people change their mind then. Because
We didn't ask for a deal. We wanted to leave on WTO. Everyone was happy with that.
well, no, for one starters, this is what gets me. It all of a sudden then changed into we've got to have a deal. No, I remember clearly David Cameron saying if one person votes to remain, would remain. If one person voted to leave, more than the other side, we were leaving, and this is what it meant. Leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once in a lifetime.
Yeah. It meant that we were leaving the single market, the common or whatever, blah, 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 and we would be operating on WTO. And that was supposed to happen within weeks or months of after leaving. Right?
Instead, what we'll do is we'll get in 504,000 people this year through illegal immigration and proper immigration. 500,000 people this
And we'll
year.
get them to vote for us.
I'd say theirs is probably knocked off around 40%.
Right. It's unfortunately we need. I don't. We need a way to settle these fuckers. We see you.
Broken trees.
Yeah.
Look at the hotels, they're all booking up and everything else. There was Voice of Wales today, putting one in Chester. I think there's another one in Chester as well. There could be two in Chester. And these are towns and cities. They're just ploughing them into it. Look at the people in, is it Scarborough?
Skegness.
Skegness.
Yeah,
they're all up in arms. They're having big meetings, aren't they?
But I mean, here's the thing, right? We're importing we're not importing, but we're allowing the destruction of our borders by illegal means, and then we're fucking going, I'll tell you what, instead of treating you like the criminal that you are, we're going to put you up in hotels, right? Now, here's the problem.
Five-star hotels.
Here's the problem with that. You are rewarding illegal behaviour, right? Straight away.
And invasion.
More to the point, every fucking hotel that you fill up with these cunts, these illegal criminals that shouldn't be here, that is a hotel that can't fucking be used for what it was used for, which was when you want to go on fucking holiday somewhere, you book into an hotel, you have your holiday, you get to these seaside towns, you spend your money, them fucking, you know what I mean? That's all money that the seaside villages need. Well, now they've got no hotels for people to actually come and spend their fucking time there. So the seaside villages, the economy is going to have a knock-on fucking effect from that.
Well, speaking of which,
they're going to end up calling refugees tourists, aren't they?
well, speaking of which,
it's fucking tourist season again.
Tourist season, all the hotels are booked up for 5 years.
Did you see the video that I posted in Discord earlier today from Active Patriot? It was at Skegness, and they were out in force inside the city hall while a government official from the council was giving us, like, you know, the rundown of the situation with the migrants in the hotels.
Yeah, using these very fucking PC bullshit fucking mamby-pamby words.
Yeah.
To try and downplay it as if it's something that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the people weren't having it.
No, I don't blame them, because we're fucking sick and tired of seeing lying cunts fucking standing in front of us going, now this is what we need to do. No, fuckhands. That ain't what we need to do at all. What we need to do is turn the fucking boats around and fuck them off. And if France isn't going to start doing what we've paid them to fucking do, we want our fucking money back for a start, because I'm pretty sure you give me 50 million fucking quid, there won't be a fucking boat that touches this fucking land that shouldn't. Trust me.
And we sort it out tomorrow evening.
Fucking, I'll just put a fleet there. Anything that's fucking coming here, if you ain't got the fucking right paperwork, you come in, you get blown out of the water.
Yeah.
Bada bing, my fucking land.
Gunboats to do.
Well, as the woman says in the audience, you know, they're coming into the country and getting rid of their passports in the sea. That should be a criminal. They are illegal and should be sent to prison.
Yeah. The first action is to commit a crime by breaking and entering into the country.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I call them criminal, illegal, fucking invaders. Because they are.
That's exactly what they are. They're criminal invaders. And 87%, they reckon, are just pure male. Of everybody that comes across on a boat, 87% are meant to be male.
Fucking hell.
Fighting age males, by the way. You know, let's not fuck around the bushes here. And our homeless are allowed to sleep on the streets, but these lot will invite them in the best coaches and we'll put them up in 4- and 5-star hotels. If they moan, we'll put caviar on the menu.
Well,
I heard the refugees were really upset they didn't get Tintagel. That 5-star that's like 1,200 a night, or the maxes.
I can't believe that they tried to put them up in Camelot. The fucking Camelot Castle, where a fucking king used to fucking reside. You know what I mean? They want to fucking put them up in there.
Yeah. Tintagel.
Fuck. The fuck?
Tintagel, I think it's pronounced.
Well, I'm a goddamn foreigner, so.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
The Prince of Africa.
And then, I mean, because I believe the owner of that hotel, he rejected it, didn't he? Went on to
he went public.
Yeah, thank fuck.
And then you get the National Trust. There's a castle in Nottingham or Norwich, one of the two. That is getting rid of tea and sugar due to its imperialistic connotations in its efforts to decolonize. And then, breaking news, castle in Norwich, Nottingham, wherever it is, company that owns it goes bust, right? So after a £33 million refit.
Oh.
What about nothing and like go won't get broke, eh?
Well, that's it. Let them go broke if they're going to go woke. It's a shame we can't.
It's the National Trust, though, isn't it, mate?
Fucking
the same National Trust that lets everything go to ruin without fixing them up. So, in another 100 years' time, if it continues at this rate, there's going to be no standing walls of any castles.
Well, have you got your envelope through for your RNLI donation?
Tasmania, dude. I don't know another country that pays the cost of these fucking illegal invaders is around £40,000 a year. We don't even pay our fucking pensioners that. Anywhere near it, but each one of these fucking illegal invaders are costing us approximately £40,000 a year. That's billions.
Yeah.
40 grand per fucking person.
We're going to need a lot of trials.
I want to know, how come these fucking illegal invaders are worth 40 grand each, but our pensioners fucking ain't?
Yeah.
How are they going to pay us back?
Hang on. Here's the thing, right? I'm sure the lads here won't mind having a look at some of these applications and making a ruling on them. I mean, they're struggling, aren't they? They're saying, oh, you know, it's taking all this and there's a backlog on it. So why don't we all volunteer a day where we can all look at some of these migrant claims and we can decide whether, yeah, they are a refugee or they're a migrant. If they're a migrant, you're getting gone.
Because we'd be exposed to the ruling that says if you're white, straight male, off you go. Anything else, in you come.
Here we go. What do you mean? Did you misgender me again? You know what I mean? Come on.
Well, actually, fucking, my bad. Tasmania is a dudette. Fucking.
Oh.
So, yeah, my bad.
Oh, right, I'm suddenly less interested than I was a moment ago.
But, you know what I mean? if they've got a problem with backlog, I'm sure the people of this country would take a few of them cases and say, right, let's have a look at this. Let's have a face-to-face. You know, we don't mind. We'll get, as long as you're offering us a bit of cash to do this, you know,
I'll do
we don't
500
mind.
a day if you want.
Yeah. There you go. That's
500
the
a
problem
day.
sorted. There you go. We're helping ourselves out here, guys. See? You know, a little bit of thinking outside the box. There you go. We cracked it. But do you think the government will take us up on that? What heck?
Well, that's a ghost from the past that's jumped into our lives again. Shamima Begum. She might be in danger in Syria. She hasn't done anything, honestly.
She's a fucking traitor.
No,
She ought to be
no,
fucking
you're-
strung.
No. It's not that she might be in danger in Syria. You've got that wrong.
She's
no.
more of a threat
More
to
of a
us.
danger.
More of a threat to us in Syria than she is back here.
Execution time.
And
Yeah.
then there was this bearded guy on GB News who argued that it is our responsibility based upon it is, whatever, I don't know whether she's, but our responsibility
Murderous bent.
that because we currently have hundreds, correct me, Free State, thousands of returning jihadis in the UK already.
Yeah.
Last
And-
time I heard, there were 25,000 that we can't keep tabs on.
I think that
That
number's
right.
more like 36,000 that they have got that they know to, but they can't keep tabs on all of them now.
Yeah. So
Right.
there you go.
So
anyway-
what this cunt on GB News, insofar as my simpleton logic can work out, is two wrongs make a right.
Was this the former MI6 guy?
No, he's a bearded guy.
Because I saw an article where a former MI6 guy said, "Oh, she's a danger over there and live in Syria."
Yeah, I've seen that.
Guy. Could it have been Rolf Harris?
yeah.
But yes,
But-
it's beyond a fucking joke. I think what we need to do is put it out on Twitter, put it out on all Islamic forums that Shamina Begum threw the Quran on the floor. And I think if that goes viral, that would take care of the problem.
No, that's inciting. That's inciting. So I suggest you withdraw immediately.
Yes, apologise.
What
We'll
for?
slap you.
Well, because that's incitement.
Incitement of what?
Oh God! Oh, you're on your own then, mate.
I ain't inciting
Well,
anything. I'm just pointing out that she obviously don't care about fucking Islam anymore, does her? She wants to come back
Actually-
here. She's standing the back on it, remember?
No, that's
She
the
was
thing.
part
In
of
a
a terrorist
logical world, mate.
organisation.
In a logical world, that makes sense. I wasn't suggesting anybody do anything. I was pointing out a fact. But then it's thrown back at you of this is how fucked up it all is. But you must know that saying that fact would inflame the people that would hear that fact.
Yeah, all right.
could
So
not
what?
be
Hang
allowed
on.
anyone
Hang on.
else.
So what you're saying is that those people that heard that fact are intolerant of hearing facts.
Yeah, a bit like our politicians. They're
Hmm.
intolerant. I wonder if we could sue them. Yeah.
Treasonous, some of them.
Wonder if, sue them.
Foreign interests against their own country. Oh dear.
Well, they've been doing that for
Good
years.
form at all.
It's called cash for questions, and that's something that needs changing. They get enough frigging money, so why are they taking cash for questions? And what gets me is, why is it legal? I mean, it's like, if I took a load out, some guy slipped me a backhander for something off it, I get arrested for theft. You know, so
Yeah,
why are
we-
these guys getting away for accepting cash for questions?
Because
Putting
it's the same analogies. What's the difference between a murderer and a conqueror?
Yeah, about 1 million people.
Know what I
Of
mean?
course, we talked about it before because
Yeah.
they've got ulterior motives with different firms that we don't agree that they should be part of. They're a minister for our country. They shouldn't have these outside interests that can conflict with them. We've been through all that before, but anyway, that was
Well, I think that
a good
hour.
hour.
Went quite quickly.
It
Yeah.
did. It went
Did.
well.
Well, I'm still suitably outraged to carry this on. So, if anybody wants to join us in Discord,
Yeah. The link is now in the description, courtesy of Rez. Fucking good lad, eh? Good lad.
Ta-da.
Yeah. And it's instantly done. There you go,
Yeah,
Raz.
yeah.
Come on, do it.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up then, aren't we? And take
Yeah,
it over to Discord where I'm not going to get fucking any bollocks or anything. If we've got a channel next week, we'll be live. If we don't, you know why. Fucking, if you don't hear from me again, it's because I'm in Guantanamo Bay for some fucking bullshit reason. But you know,
Say something against the Jews.
oh fuck right off.
Right.
I ain't fucking going there. Not at all.
Yeah.
Arrivederci.
Yeah, it's time
oh,
to...
but just before we go, Kanye West for president 2024.
And before you go, please like, please share. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Oh, wasn't that nice?
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck.
Did you have to stand up to say it, though?
No,
No.
Right, peeps. Catch you next Saturday. Hopefully I'll be in more of a fucking state to do this shit.
Come and join us on Discord, people.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Discord link's there. Drop in, have the crack, and have fun. Try and fucking make this shit world as fun as you can, because no other cunt's going to do
Yeah.
it for you. When everybody's losing
Yeah.
their head, just fucking laugh.
Yeah, Rudyard Kipling all over again. Best poem ever. Yep.
Right, peeps.
Yeah.
We shall catch
Good
you
night.
next week. No noise. Have fun.
No.
As Ethan would say, God bless.
Good night now.
No, bless.
They love it when I turn up the bass.